What's going on, guys? Too Fast Joe here, and I went to BronyCon 2019 in Baltimore, Maryland. And instead of making a vlog about it, I'd rather do an animation instead, cause that's more fun. So here's my BronyCon 2019 adventures. Since I live in Texas, I had to hop on a plane to get to Baltimore, but unfortunately, I couldn't get a direct flight. I had to get a layover flight, so I had to go from Texas to Atlanta, Georgia, then to Baltimore. When I got to Atlanta, I only had 30 minutes to get to my flight and you like to board 30 minutes till the flight takes off. So I had to run to the gate in order to make it on time. Luckily, I got there on time and managed to get on my flight to Baltimore. When I landed in Baltimore, I hopped on a train to my hotel and just relaxed for a while. I should probably mention I got there a day early. That way I could get my con pass early. I left an hour early so I could be the first one to get my con pass, but unfortunately, a lot of people had the same idea. There were so many people there that the line wrapped around the entire convention center. After hours of standing in line, I eventually got my badge, went to my hotel room, and went to bed. Day 1 of BronyCon. I got there pretty early so I could see where everything's at, but the vendor hall didn't open until 3, and the video game room didn't open up till 12. So I just walked around for a few hours just talking to people. A few hours went by, and the vendor hall was about to open up in an hour, so I decided to go stand in line. But as soon as I got there, the line was massive. It's like, I don't even call it a line. It was just a sea of people just standing in front of the vendor hall room. So I decided, yeah, I'm not going to the vendor hall room today. Probably go tomorrow. So instead, I went to Ashley H's Remembrance panel. And it was basically the same thing as the one in HarmonyCon. But it was the only panel that I wanted to see that day. After that, I tried to go to opening ceremonies, but it was packed out and they wouldn't let anyone else in. So instead, I went to the vendor hall room because everyone was at opening ceremonies and there wasn't a sea of people anymore. Plus, they had the opening ceremonies live stream playing in Harmony Plaza, which were in front of the vendor hall. So I got to watch opening ceremonies and get some cool art. Day 1 was kind of slow, but that was just the beginning. Day 2, I decided to go early so I could be the first in line for the vendor hall, but when I got there, there was already a line. It wasn't as bad at the sea of people as it was yesterday, but it was still a line. A few hours later, the vendor hall opened up. I went in there, got the art that I wanted, and I went out to the autograph room so I could get Nicole Oliver's and Rebecca Slowly Ship autograph. But that took up most of the day because people kept talking and asking them questions. And it's like, bro, if you want to ask them a question, go to the Q&A panel, alright? Just get your autograph and picture and just leave. There are other people in line. After I got their autographs, I went to go see The Lost Narrators, Movies and Pony Voices, the 21 Plus panel. In there, the Lost Narrator, along with a bunch of VAs from the fandom, get together and reenact scenes from mature movies in pony voices. And it was the funniest thing I ever seen. Since this was a 21 Plus panel, they were serving drinks, and I got something called the Wild Pony, which I don't know what was in it, but whatever it was messed me up. It didn't help that I haven't eaten all day, but as soon as I finished that drink, I started to feel a little lightheaded. I'm just gonna say this right now. Please drink responsibly and make sure you have a safe way to get to your home or hotel room. After the panel was over, I went to go get something to eat and go lay down in my hotel room for an hour. I then went back to the same panel room so I could see Magpie Pony's Let's Create a Bad Fan Fiction. It was basically Mad Lib, but with pony fan fiction. Day 3, I went back to the autograph room so I get Andrea Libman's autograph. She is the voice actor of Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy, and I had her sign the same poster that I had Tara Strong sign. Again, the line was taking forever, so I had to miss the TF2 Analysis Anarchy panel, but it's whatever. I then went back to the vendor hall room so I could pick up this shirt. And I mean, how could I not? It's too funny to pass up. After that, I went to go see Step 2 Harmony perform. Like I said in my HarmonyCon video, Step 2 Harmony are 7 girls singing and dancing to the Question Girl songs, and they're really good at what they do. And I've been to all their shows. I just walked around for a while until I saw the TF2 Analysis Anarchy people taking pictures and signing autographs. I went to go take a picture with Josh Scorcher because he's a really funny dude and I like his stuff. But the main thing I wanted was to Dr. Wolf to sign this DVD cover of Equestria Girls. Because I guess whoever in charge of making a DVD cover just did a quick Google search of Equestria Girls and found one of Dr. Wolf's thumbnails and just used that. So I had to get Dr. Wolf to sign it. I then went back to the autograph room so I'll get Michelle Creeper's autograph. She's the voice actor of Apple Bloom. When I went up there to get the autograph, She remembered me from last year because I went to last year's BronyCon. But it's like she meets thousands of people at every convention. I want to know how does she remember me from last year. But I guess she just remembered everyone because she's such a cool and nice person like that, and she liked my jacket, and that is why this jacket will be part of my character going forward. Speaking of last year's BronyCon, I got a chance to meet Gabriel Brown, aka Black Griffin. He was just the nicest guy. I was standing in the back of a line to get his CD along with some other people, and he came up to the back of the line and said, "Hey, sorry for the wait. We appreciate everyone." And then he continued to shake everyone's hand, and he was just the nicest guy. Anyway, I then went to go see Ponies the Anthology 7, which is basically one big collection of memes, PMVs, and animations made by the Brony community. After the Anthology 7 panel, I went to Bronypalooza, which is BronyCon's concert. I went to go see Black Griffin and Michelle Kuber perform. I loved their music, and so did the crowd, with them jumping up and down and throwing beach balls everywhere. My favorite part is when they played Beat It and they played the animation from Animated James on the screen, and then the Wolfson came out and he busted the move, and that was like really cool and fun. That was probably the best part of Brony Palooza. Afterwards, I went to the booth so I could get this CD and have them sign it, and then I went back to my hotel room and just lay down. Day 4, the final day. I went to the talent show so I could see Step 2 Harmony perform, along with other talented people. Afterwards, I just walked around, went to the vendor hall, and just waited until closing ceremony started. But the closing ceremony was so huge that they stopped letting people into the main event room, and they had to make a separate room so everyone else could see the live feed, which I guess was better than nothing, but it was still emotional all the way through, considering this is the last BronyCon, and everyone is saying this is not the end of fandom, and a bunch of other emotional stuff, and it was a great closing ceremonies. BronyCon had always been the best convention I had ever been to, and I'll never forget the memories I had here at BronyCon. And that was my BronyCon 2019 adventures. I hope you liked the video. If you do, make sure to wait. The video's not over because after BronyCon, I went to Mayhem Fest, which is basically the after party where a bunch of Brony rock bands get together and play rock and roll music. All the bands were really talented, but the main guy I wanted to see was Prince Whatever. He was the final act, so I stuck around talking to people, having a couple of drinks, and just having a good time. And I made sure to stay away from the mosh pit. At one point, it was a crowd versus one guy, and the one guy was winning. Near the end of the night, Prince Whatever got on stage, and I was so excited to hear his music live. I was right next to the speakers, so I had to put my headphones in so I won't go deaf from all that bass. And it was an awesome concert, and I love his music. But at one point, someone left a can of beans on stage, and Prince Whatever just took the can of beans, held it up, and the entire crowd started cheering for a can of beans. There was a perfect way to end BronyCon, hanging out and rocking out with an awesome group of people. And even though this is a song channel, I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for the Brony community. But that's a video for another day. This has been Too Fast Joe. Remember, go fast, don't be last.